So we got Byzantines, Persians, and Teutons against Turks, Goths, and Huns. We have, I'll go through Cebdos' team first. We got Cebdos over here on England. We have Cena right beside him on France. And MBL is over here on Greece. Pretty good spots, actually, for them. The other team is all connected. We have Adrift over here on Italy.
Yes.
We've got Goths, which is Stryker, over here on Africa, and Huns over here on Spain. So it's most likely going to be a sea battle between teal and red. Cena is most likely going to boom and try and go land against this player right here.
Yes.
On Italy. Adrift is probably going to go C against MBL. And Stryker might actually try and boom while Adrift is fighting him, but he probably should fight or join Adrift in fighting MBL. What's the poll you were talking about, Smarthy? So basically, the start for Europe, for anyone who isn't familiar, you start with it's like a land nomad start, so you have to build the lumber camp first. And you'll build that there. And then go to build a TC. Cena really overchopped there. He still has 7 wood on this one villager. Already has enough to drop a house. That's a bit sloppy from him. He's going to be a bit late. Cebdos has put his TC over by the deer, which is a smart choice. He can take those if he needs to. And there's an extra boar over here he can take. So he's going to have access to 5 boars, whereas the normal TC spot over here, you only really get access to 3 or 4. Rock, don't like that. I hate that TC. I hate it so much. He could have put it right up against the gold there, and then he wouldn't have to spend 100 wood on a mining camp in Feudal Age, especially if he's going C. Game's running slow there for a bit. Bit of a lag spike. Put it down to 50%. We see Stryker with that. I don't like that TC either. He should have put it over here. It's way too close to his lumber camp. Anyway, locked with a standard TC. Looking okay. I wonder if he already knows who is next to him and whether he knows it's MBL or not. MBL also looking okay with that TC, although he could have put it against the gold as well, saved himself some wood on that mining camp. Especially if he's going for C, that 100 wood is a really big bonus. So if you look at what they've scouted, we have Cena. MBL went over here and lost his sheep, so he probably saw that it was blue over here. He was also housed for a second, but it's not a huge deal. We've got Rock over here. He hasn't really scouted anything, just scouting his base. They know where the other players are because there's only 6 spots. So it's... They know by elimination, just from their own spots, where the enemy's going to be. So he's going to scout out all the choke points that he needs to wall up later. We have Cebdos coming down here with his sheep. Probably going to scout this dock area here, these ponds, to make sure that no one's docking that. And we have Adrift, who had 2 sheep because he stole 1 from MBL. He sent 1 up and around to make sure that MBL isn't docking the top here. And he also sent 1 to England to try and spy who it was going to be that is up there on England. So we have, Cebdos docking the backside here, which makes him less vulnerable to this player coming around. He's also scouting with his sheep the top side of Spain to make sure that Teal didn't place any docks up here, which is a smart play. So he knows that they have time. It'll take him a bit longer to come from here all the way around up top. So MBL also docking this area. They're going to be pretty safe there, assuming one of them makes some sort of C. If they both go for fish boom, they might be in trouble, but I can't see them doing that in a game like this. Second dock coming down now for blue, NBL still with his first dock, going really early. I don't like that at all. Going so early to those deer. He could have so many more fishing ships. That seems like a very strange decision there to go for those deer very early. Just gonna shut down some lobbies here. Try and minimize this lag. I get a bit of lag here. I wonder if it's from the players or it's on my end. Second dock up for yellow now. Rock is already on the way to feudal age. So he's going to be going up top with navy. Cena being Persians, probably going to be going for navy in feudal age. And then Cebdos being Byzantines can make some fires once he goes up to castle age. To support his ally there. Lock walling off there. Adrift is... his other name is Locked, so I'll probably be calling him Locked a lot of the time. Lots of fishing ships out here from Cena. So he's got 9 fishing ships, which tells me that he stopped making them. So he's probably going to go for some galleys in feudal age just to protect this area. And then Cebdos is going to make some fire ships later. Adrift being really, or not Adrift, sorry, Rocked being pretty paranoid here actually, walling this up already. He's got the mill there, which is in a bad location, not even close to the deer. And he's already going to wall up because he's afraid of that landing from these two players. Fairly smart player, although I would have liked to see him wall these choke points, which are a lot more defensible than this area right here. But still, at least it shows that he's thinking. Stryker going for market right away, going for blacksmith as well, so he's going to go fast castle. MBL with a... What are you doing? Why do you have a barracks? So MBL has a barracks, which in Europe, because there's so many resources, even if you're going to make like a stable and a blacksmith to advance, it's worth it to go for the market, because then you can just abuse it, because you have so much gold available and stuff. It's better off just to have that market in advance. And it looks like he's going to go blacksmith. Oh, sneak villager. Okay, sneak villager, blacksmith stable. All right, that makes sense. That makes more sense why he would make a barracks. So he's going to probably go 2 stables here. Has to make sure that Rock does not see him. So if he places a building right here, Rock's going to see it as he goes past. And we'll be able to see what Rock can see. He can't spot MBL at the moment. MBL's on the way to Castle Age. This is funny because this is exactly what I did to MBL in the last Europe tournament. Went 3 stable knights from a sneak villager, and he's actually making a scout there. Interesting, very interesting. I wouldn't show that scout if I were him. I'd wait till I had a bunch of knights and then come in. But we'll see what he does. Rock also might be able to see him here in a second. Is he going to be able to see him?
Yes.
Yes. He'll see him right here. And he's like, oh shit. That is not good. There is a scout. Player 6 stable. And Rock will most likely start walling here. Panic walling.
Yes.
So we got palisades. He needs to go... Oh, man. He's just limiting himself with space with these walls. Should have gone across here and then up across there. Also has to build with more than 1 villager. He's trying to speed wall right now. Meanwhile, on the other side, we have Locked coming over here with galleys. Probably going to outnumber MBL fairly soon. MBL coming over with villagers to repair, which is nice. And Locked just going for the fish. He's on the way to Castle Age. Blue is going to outnumber him, so MBL is going to run into problems with these scouts or knights he's making here. Because he's not going to have the food supply to sustain it once his fish are gone. Making fire ships now. So it'll probably be... He'll probably be able to hold on for 4 or 5 minutes more. But once blue starts massing that navy, might be in trouble. Also gonna have problems producing the mangonels and rams while making the fire ships as well. It's gonna have a limited gold and wood income. Meanwhile, on the other side, Rock has quite a substantial navy. Same with Stryker, helping him out. Cebdos went for some war galleys. Cena still didn't make any ships, and this is why, because he's coming with knights and mangonels as well. So interesting decision from him. Blue needs to stonewall here. Yeah, that's what he's doing, but it's not going to be in time. Did he get the quick wall down? No. Run right through there. Now, this is what you have to do. You just have to YOLO all your villagers and panic wall that, because if he gets in, you're toast. So he's got to add a couple more layers onto that wall. A couple more layers of stone wall there. But on the bright side, he is actually taking out MBL's fish, and we're going to see MBL having some problems with the night production. Let's see what his... Yeah, his economy is completely stagnant at the moment. His stables are not active, and if he loses those knights, the mangonels will be easily picked off here. Meanwhile, the guy he's fighting, Rock, has so many fishing ships at the moment. Probably got about 15 fishing ships. Good attack ground there from MBL though. Take out those spearmen. Cena trying to push in. Locke should probably move down this way and bring his ships over to support. Make sure he doesn't lose those docks and he can still have that food income. Teal has found out that red didn't dock over here, so he's going to loop back around. Yellow's there with him as well. That'll be trouble if they lose that, because then Cena's fish will also be dead. Lots and lots of spearmen here from Teal. Probably needs to put them on stagger, scattered formation. He's going to have the pikeman upgrade soon, and I think he can actually take this fight, providing he doesn't get chopped by some good attack rounds. There they are right there. Kind of needs to focus down the horses first. Yeah, he didn't do that, and that was a problem. He got all his pikemen cleared up there. Meanwhile, over here, I feel like my game sound is a bit too... just a tad too high. Let me know how it is. Green's still pushing into Blue's base. Nice little walling situation he's got here, but yeah, Green can just run right through that. That is trouble. That is not good. And now Green's into the eco from Blue. He is getting his knights cleared up by these TCs though. Still, he has +2. He's going to be able to fight that for quite some time. Teal is not having a great day against these scorpions and mangonels. Not at all. Not having a great day at all. 2 more town centers coming up from him though, so he's going to be 3 TC with the fish boom, so that's going to be very nice. And they managed to actually clear up the docks here. Will they go over and get Cebdos' fish? That's going to be huge if no one from that team has any fish and the other team still have all their fish. That's going to be a really, really big deal in this game. MBL now, 2nd TC, laying down a ton of farms to compensate for that lack of fish. Teal now, I think he's making mangonels, and he's going to be making pikemen as well. If he can hold on here, it'd be pretty nice for him, because Yellow's going up to Imperial Age right now. He's got 65 villagers, and he's Goths. So he's going to be able to do some damage here. They did manage to kill Cebdos' fish, which is really, really good. And the knights, I think some of them are going to get cleared up. Oh my god, those scorpions are just doing work over here. Rock really needs a mangonel, like a clutch mangonel shot. Yeah, that was my feeling too. I mean, it was really weird. You can tell MBL doesn't know the map, because he went 2 stable knights, siege workshop, and monastery without making really anything to defend his fish. So once he loses his fish, he can't produce from these 2 stables here. Rock, although Rock is at 25 villagers, 27 now, and he's doing a mass exodus out here. At least he escaped with some villagers. NBL still only at 58, and the Goth player's at 72. Cebdos is also looking quite good here at 78. But still, he didn't really save that many of his fish. He saved about 6 of them. Over on this side, we have Adrift with camels to counter this. Really, I think he needs to shore up that hole. I guess Cena's not going to be sending anything more through there, but still, he kind of needs to shore that up. Ooh, Halberdier upgrade coming in now from the Goth player. Really, really nice. He needs to get a few more than that, I think, to try and pressure this. And once he clears this up, it'd be quite nice for him. Oh my god, what happened to Rock up here? Cena came around. Oh no! Rock's gonna be defeated. He's got 8 villagers left. Oh, this is a disaster. And that knight. Is that knight gonna see the lumber camp? It does. And that is Rock's. That's all his remaining villagers right there. It is gonna take him a long time to get back into this game. A long, long time. So he's gonna have to hope that the Goths can do the damage here. Yeah, he didn't wait until he had enough halberdiers. He needed to wait till he had like 25, 30 halberdiers and then send them in, but he sent in with about 10. Alright, see you later. Meanwhile, over here, Cebdos going up to Imp, Cena going up to Imp as well with the Persians, which is very, very nice. 81 villagers for him. 85, 86 villagers for the Goth player right now. He's still not waiting until he has enough. He's still just sending them in, and he's going to get some converted. He's going to get killed by the Scorpions. I mean, eventually he'll win this battle just because he has more resources, but this is a bit of a bad idea to keep sending in like that. That's a mess. Like, he could have wiped everything out there if he had just waited. Let's see how Adrift's doing. 62 villagers, still has all his fish. So that's good for him. But going heavy on the camels. Maybe not the greatest decision ever to keep producing camels. We'll see. Rock finally has another TC up, still at 8 villagers. So pretty much out of the game. And finally, Stryker is building up some numbers. Probably still wants even more than that now that he's given him all these convenient meat units. And to fight against all those scorpions is just a mess. Just an absolute mess. Finally gonna wipe out all those knights and go to town on the scorpions. I think he might win this simply because the mangonels can't attack at close range. And he's gonna keep sending halberdiers, but he could have won that battle about 2 or 3 minutes ago. Good attack rounds from MBL there. Cena trying to redock at the top, get some fish going. And yeah, he's gonna clear up that army there. But MBL is almost at Imperial Age now. 84 villagers, looking pretty good. He's gonna start pushing blue pretty soon. Cena, with the castles, might get a sling as well to go into Elite War Elephant. I'll look at his resources right now. Looking decent. Needs a better food income. That's probably why he went up here with the docks. Try and get some more fishing ships up there. Locked also had the same idea. Probably to make fire ships, although it's a bit different. And finally we see Stryker pushing out. Only Halbs though. Still at 105 villagers, so Cena's passed him by, Cebdos has passed him, and MBL might actually pass him soon. We'll see how much damage the Goths can do here. Probably not that much with just halberdiers. Rock, ooh, this is very, very bad for Rock. Rock only had 8 villagers, but he did have like 20 fishing ships. And I think he's gonna lose all of these fishing ships to these boats from Cebdos. Yeah, there's nothing he can do there. And those boats are gonna keep coming around. Go to Stryker's dock. Stryker only has 4 docks. So he's not gonna be able to produce enough in time to stop this. And say goodbye to a lot of food eco from both of those players. Cena now going Elite War Elephant, already has the upgrade. Those camels, not going to do the greatest against that, and I think Locke knows that he's probably in trouble right now. There's not really any portion of the map which this team is winning. As you can see, the stone walls really just kind of stymied the push from Yellow here. He can't go anywhere with these halberdiers. He made a ton of them to counter MBL's army over here, but needs to switch into something more. Needs to get forward siege workshops up there so he can punch through that. And he's going to have some serious trouble punching through that. Oh, Monk's out from Adrift. Very nice. 3 monasteries. Already took 1 conversion. It's actually doing some decent damage with these camels here. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 castles now from Cena. And you can see his resources are just ridiculous. So he's going to keep pushing in here. MBL hasn't even made a move yet. He's making... Wow. So he was garrisoning units in the buildings over here, making a bunch of scorpions and a bunch of knights and monks as well. I really don't know what the purpose of this is. Like, you could finish off blue and everything, but to make all of these unit composition that about 40 halberdiers could take, and Yellow can produce halberdiers with no problem, it seems like a really strange decision to me. See, there's halberdiers coming over now. Heavy scorpion. Strange. Yellow's remaining army over here doing nothing. He's saying it's over. I tend to agree. A castle right in the middle of Blue's base from Cena. And that just takes it. Is just the GG right there. So well played. Some questionable decisions there. Ideally you want a boomer, like Nick was saying in my chat. It seems strange that 2 of them would go Night Rush, but it ended up working out for them. I think that team is just overall stronger players. So even if they make slightly worse strategic choices, they're probably going to win the game. Look at the achievements. Yeah, Stryker lost a ton of units, unnecessarily for a lot of them. MBL killed a ton with those freaking scorpions in that choke point. Villager high, you can see Cena just boomed right up. And he received sling from Cebdos as well for those war elephants.